Have you ever had that feeling that you're being watched? That strange, skin-pricking sensation that something is lurking just beyond your sight? Some say it's your mind playing tricks on you. But what if it's not? What if something is watching, waiting, just beyond the glass? Tonight, I'm going to share with you the chilling story of Olivia Caldwell, a woman who moved into what she thought was just a simple apartment, only to discover that she was not alone. This is The Shadow in the Window. Olivia Caldwell had never believed in ghosts. She had never been the type to scare easily, never one to jump at creaky floorboards or strange noises in the dark. But that was before she moved into apartment 3B. The building was old, built sometime in the early 1900s. The landlord had assured her that the place had been renovated, but there was no disguising its age. The pipes rattled when the heat kicked on. The wooden floors groaned even when she wasn't walking on them. And the worst part? The window. It was a single large pane of glass in her bedroom, positioned directly across from her bed. At night, the streetlights cast long, warped shadows through it. It overlooked an alleyway, one that was completely inaccessible from the ground. There was no fire escape, no ledges, nothing a person could stand on. So when Olivia first saw the shadow, she knew something was wrong. The first time, she thought it was a trick of the light. She had woken suddenly with that strange feeling of being watched, a creeping, unnatural awareness that crawled up her spine. Her eyes drifted toward the window. There, pressed against the glass, was a shadow. It was human-shaped, but distorted, its edges shifting like heat rising from asphalt. Its head was tilted, almost curiously, as though it were trying to get a better look at her. Olivia's breath caught in her throat. She was on the 3rd floor. She stared, heart pounding in her ears. The figure did not move. It only watched. Then, in the span of a blink, it was gone. There was no sound, no flicker of motion, just gone. The next morning, she tried to convince herself she had imagined it, that her half-asleep mind had conjured something from the streetlights and the wind. But deep down, she knew better. Olivia barely slept the next night. She forced herself to stay awake, phone clutched in her hand, waiting. But exhaustion crept in, dragging her under despite her fear. And at exactly 2:47 a.m., she woke again. She didn't want to look. Every cell in her body screamed, "Don't." But something in the room felt wrong. The air was thick, suffocating, heavy, like someone else was in there with her. Slowly, her eyes flickered to the window. The shadow was closer this time. Too close, pressed right against the glass as though trying to push through. Its head was tilted at a sharp, unnatural angle. And then she heard it. Breathing, Slow, raspy inhalations, not from outside, from inside, right behind her. Her entire body locked up. She couldn't move. She couldn't even breathe. The sound came closer. A presence loomed over her, inches from her ear. Then, a whisper. Not words, not anything human, just a wet, ragged exhale. Olivia squeezed her eyes shut, every muscle in her body screaming to run, but she couldn't. She wouldn't dare move. And then, just as suddenly as it started, it was gone. The next morning, she found her closet door open. She never left it open. She was terrified to sleep, but exhaustion won. And when she woke this time, it was inside. A figure loomed at the foot of her bed, not standing, but crouching, watching. It was wrong. Its limbs were too long, its head hanging at a sharp, grotesque tilt. The shadows around it shifted, pulsing alive. Olivia could feel its stare, though it had no face. Slowly, impossibly, it began to crawl onto the bed. The mattress dipped under its weight. A sickening creak filled the silence. Her breath came in shallow gasps, her body frozen in pure primal terror. Then it spoke. Not in words, not in anything recognizable, just a low, crackling hiss that curled around her ears and burrowed into her skull. A single, long, shadowed finger rose to its lips. Shh. The room plunged into darkness. Olivia woke, gasping. Sunlight streamed through the window, warm and normal, as if nothing had happened. Had it been a nightmare? Sleep paralysis? But then she saw them. The footprints, dark, wet imprints, starting at the window, leading to her bed, stopping right beside her. Her breath hitched. Slowly, she turned her gaze to the window, and her stomach dropped. The glass was fogged over. A single word had been traced into the condensation. Tonight. A chill crawled up her spine, sinking into her bones. Something was coming back, and this time, it wouldn't just watch. And that was the shadow in the window. So tell me, what would you do if you saw someone or something watching you from the other side of the glass? Would you run? Investigate? Or pretend you never saw it at all? Let me know in the comments what you think happened to Olivia, and if you dare to stay in apartment 3B. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified every time I post, and so that you'll never miss another chilling tale. Thanks for watching, and sleep well.